Hey everybody, good morning. Today is Thursday morning and it's Thursday share day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. It's nice and sunny out, no rain. Temperatures are nice and cool. It's fall, of course. That makes it good. Those of us who like the fall weather, fall temperature with the pumpkins and the fall leaves and hot chocolate, and well, of course, I had my 2 cups of coffee this morning, and once again I do have my water, so that way in case I get a little parched. Last week on share day I was talking to you about Halloween. We were discussing Halloween and memories that we had from Halloween, and trick-or-treating and those kind of things, and I mentioned a costume and things that my mom made for us when we were younger, and I said something about a wig that she made using pantyhose and yarn. Well, I found a picture. I haven't quite loaded it up here yet, but I thought I would show you guys. Here is, and full disclosure, I can't say who it is that's in the picture because I don't know what. There's the orange wig that was used to dress up like a doctor, and here it was used, recycled, and used again on, I think this was supposed to be a hobo next to Kermit the Frog. So yeah, I told you guys about it, so I knew I wanted to share it with you so you guys could see what it is. Hey, if you guys are watching, send me some questions down below. I'm watching here on YouTube and I'm watching on Facebook. I can only do so much at a time on watching them. If I missed your comments or questions, don't worry, I'll get to them. If I don't get to them on here, I'll get to them through whatever social media site it is that you send me your comments. And that's what brings me to today, what I wanted to share with you guys. When it comes to our family research and stuff, and research that we do on building our trees and finding information, there's something I've been hearing a lot about, and it's using the social media to be able to research our families and to find more about our ancestors, and maybe find some pieces of I'm trying to think of what to say, like maybe a family Bible or photographs or a baby spoon, something of that sort, and using the social media to be able to locate those items. Well, for me, this isn't a real big surprise because I've used social media before, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it in case you have never thought of using it. And when I'm talking social media, I'm talking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I'm also talking about using websites that are out there. And I know some of us use some of the typical genealogy-based websites. For instance, Ancestry.com, to look for family trees and things like that. Sometimes we share them through maybe a family newsletter that goes out through the internet. So I'm going to give kind of a little bit broader look in areas that you guys might want to go that you've not thought of doing, places to go to find these things. So, sorry, another drink. Hey guys. One of the places that you might not think about going is pretty simple when you're looking at your computer. I said talking to the computer because I'm talking to you guys. Is Google. I mean, go into Google and type in the surname that you're searching for, and you might be lucky and find some information just by doing a general Google search. Another place that you might want to go, and that I know I've gone to and I have spoke about before when I think it was Tuesday, when I was asked the question about how I got started in genealogy, in that whole process. And actually, for me, when I started doing genealogy, it was by purchasing diaries and letters off of eBay. I know, who knew that you could go to eBay and actually search for documents and letters and books, family Bibles and things on eBay, and you can purchase them. What's nice is you can go in and you can do a search under the surname itself. You can do a search under antique letters, handwritten journals, diaries, baby books. There's a whole, the thing is with when you go into eBay, the database and what it is that you can type in is huge. So it's kind of hard to nail it down, but once you get in there and you start to see how things are flowing when you're researching through eBay to try and find these things, it gets to be a little bit easier. Plus side is you can see the pictures and you can see everything right then and there. The downside, some people I know, some have a hard time paying for these items, especially if it belongs to their family, but I purchased them off of there. I kind of look at it as if it's not a family member that's selling it. Sometimes those are stores that are on there and they collect these items and they keep them in good shape and they try and run their business. So keep that in mind. Don't, when you're looking, know that most of the time, most of those on there are businesses, and sometimes you'll find family members who don't know of other, hey guys, don't know of other family members who to give them to. So this is one way that they're trying to do that. And sometimes when you log in there and you can send them a direct message, you might find that there's a connection there and they're not going to charge you for it. But go on ahead, take a look. eBay is one. I'm going to touch on the places where you can look to purchase some of these things first. Another one that I've gone to, and I go to her quite often. I've met Joy. She has a company called Just a Joy, and I believe they're based down in Carolinas or Florida. I met her at an NGS conference when I was in St. Louis, and her husband, they have this huge love for family research, for family history, for archives, for antiques. And what they like to do is they like to work together with other genealogists, other researchers, antique dealers. They work together with them and take what information they have on these particular pieces. Like when I was in St. Louis, there was a large picture from West Point. And what was nice, they had it, and on the back of it, they had all of the names of the individuals that were in that photograph. So on their website, when you go to their website, you can type in, I think it's up to 20 surnames that you can put in. And whenever one of those, an item comes into their collection that has that surname, you'll get a ding on your website, or not your website, but your email, or however it is you put in to be contacted in through, I think they do, no they don't, I was going to say, I thought they gave you messages through Facebook, a private message, a PM message, but I think it's only through your web email address. So that's a great resource. They are a great group of people. I talked to her when I was there, and I've talked to her since then, because the things that she gets in there that they get are things that you might not expect to find. A while ago I mentioned a baby spoon. They've gotten spoons, they've gotten photographs, they've gotten perfume bottles that they've been able to find who it is, what family it came from. And so if you're wanting a perfume bottle with the little, I don't know what the little pump things are that would squirt the perfume out. I know it doesn't squirt that way, but that might be something that you want to have, something that belonged to your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, and they might have that for you. So go on ahead and make sure you give their website a visit. I have put down below the links to their Facebook page and their website, and I am not an affiliate with them. It's just someone that's that I've used, and I've recommended it to other clients that I have and other researchers when they're looking for something and they're hoping to find that one unique piece that they've not been able to get their hands on to add to their collection at home. That's who I refer them to, because they have a lot there. They have a whole lot there, and they travel a lot, sharing the stuff that they have and selling it. And I know on their Facebook page, when I went on a couple days ago, I think it was October 4th, I think it was probably October 4th, October 5th, she had put up a new video to where there was a reunion between a photograph and an individual. They also have military stuff, so if you guys looking for military medals or something that you know your ancestor had, and you're hoping to maybe find that medal, the Purple Heart, or some of their military documents that they had. They do have some of that stuff there also. So give them a visit, look at their site. I think they have a trial membership, and then it's a paid membership to look on their site, to look at the things that they have. When you look on them, they'll give you a full description, so you can see what the description is. Hey, Kathy. So you can see what the description is, and if it meets what it is that meets what you're looking for. So those are two things. Another area that you might want to look at, and this is going to kind of do a jump into the other area of social media like Facebook and Pinterest, is Cindy's List. Now, Cindy has been around in the genealogy world, the family research world, community for some time. And that's because Cindy has a website, and again, I've put the link down below. You can go visit Cindy's List and see what she has. Not only does she have areas and links for you to go on and click on, say for instance, you wanted to research on your Native American ancestors. She has a huge list to where you can go in and you can do it by, you can look by categories, you can go in and just do a search or browse by links if you remember, if you have an idea of what the name of that link was but not for sure, you can go in and look by links. She has, I can't even, I was going to see, I can't even see how many she's got. She has got a lot. She's got a lot of information, and her website is really good. She keeps it up to date. She has on there, the reason that I wanted to mention it was she has on there the, it's called Social Networking for Genealogy, and if you go on there, you'll be able to see, and I pulled it up down here, and I don't know how to put it up to you guys yet, so you can see it. I'm working on it. I'll get it figured out. It'll take time. This whole is a learning process, even for me. So, hey, Chris. This, hello. Give me some of those thumbs up and let me know what you're thinking. I know you're letting me know what you're thinking over here on Facebook, and that's good. Glad you guys are watching. I'm glad you're finding it fun. Yes, I do have my water right here. I don't know if I'm supposed to, I probably should do it this way so I don't get in trouble. So, sorry, yeah, I went to the screen again. I have a habit of doing that. Back to the social media. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I use, one of the things that I find so interesting, and a lot of things that people don't even think about when it comes to social media and Facebook. Facebook is a wonderful place to look at when you're doing some of your family research. And I say that because I learned for myself, my own experience. One time I was on Facebook and I decided, I had done the Google thing, and I had typed in the surname in Google, and I really wasn't having a whole lot of luck because the surname I was searching is spelled so many different ways. So I went in to Facebook and I thought, you know, what if there's somebody in there that maybe has the spelling that I'm looking for that has a Facebook page? So I typed it in and I got a few hits, and one of the hits that I got, the name came up and it was connected to a genealogy page in the county that I was looking for. So then I clicked on it and I realized this whole thing opened up for me when it came to Facebook. I could type in a county within the city, state that I was looking at to see if they have a historical page, if they have a genealogy page, what it is that they had. And when I did that, there was this, and it's a private page. Now, some of these pages are private and some are public, so keep that in mind. You have to click the join button, and somebody who's the administrator of it, they're usually, I haven't ran into any issues where anybody said, no, prove that you have some kind of a connection or something of that sort. So it's pretty easy to do. But I typed in, and I was looking in Bollinger County, in Missouri. And when I clicked on their page, on their genealogy page, and it talked about everybody in the county, it talked about the history of the county. It had pictures. People were posting pictures of their ancestors on there. They were wanting help on identifying some of the people that were in those photographs. The buildings, they would post up on there. Hey guys, they would post up, yeah, that's Bollinger County, and that is in Missouri. There are, so, okay, I'm being asked right now. Okay, so, Tracy, when you go on there, you can type in and search by county. Now, I don't have a whole list of the counties for you, and I don't know if Cindy has that on her webpage or not. What you can do is when you go into Facebook, up at the top of Facebook, there's that search. So, for instance, when I went for Bollinger County, I can type in Bollinger County, Missouri, and see what pages come up that have those names in them, and then I can click on it and see. So, whatever county it is that you're looking for, go on ahead and type that in up there on that search bar up there and see if that county by chance is on there. You might have to play with it some. It might not be necessarily by county. You might want to look at by town. You might also want to look at maybe some of the surnames, see if there's a family page, because there are some Facebook pages that are on there, I know, that have family pages. I know we're talking a lot about Facebook, but there's a lot of questions about it. So anyway, when I went in to go look on that Facebook page in Bollinger County, I hope I'm saying that right, Bollinger. I know my mom is going to be watching and she's going to test me on this, because I used to say Bollinger, so it's Bollinger County in Missouri. So, hey guys. So when I typed that in, I was getting, like I said, I could see photographs of people asking for help to identify them. You could see documents, newspaper clippings. There were photographs in there of when one of the school, they had the school picture. There's a Catholic school that was there in the town, and they had a picture of all of the students there. So include that social media, that Facebook, when you're doing some of your research, because like I said, you never know what you're going to find, and you might make a link with a descent or an ancestor, or not an ancestor, a relative, a distant relative of yours. I had that happen also, because when I started looking at some of the pictures that were in there, or some of the cemetery markers that were in that on that page, I was able to relate to them and identify, so I could put in additional information on that ancestor. And then lo and behold, I had somebody send me a message, hey, I think we might be distant cousins, distant relatives of some sort, and then we made that connection. So it's a lot of fun to do it. Yes, and you do have to be careful. Just like with anything, you don't want to give away too much personal information. But I haven't ran into any issues with that yet. Yeah, Linda, I haven't run into any issues with that. So far, everything that I've done when I've done it, those people that are on those sites are pretty straightforward and honest. But then again, like I said, you always have to put that warning label, and I don't have a little beep up here that says warning, a little flashing. But yeah, do use caution when you're doing that. Some of the other social media sites that you might want to take a look at and see, you have Twitter, you have Pinterest, you have Instagram. So a lot of those sites, you can go on and find that they actually have family pages that are in there. And some of them are private, again, and some of them are not private. Excuse me. So don't think of, I know a lot of people think of social media as the word social, a place to, like Pinterest. A lot of people just would say the only reason you go there is to look for puppies and clothes, which I do go to Pinterest, and I do like some of the puppies and the clothes that are there. But they also have pages that are in their own, not pages, it's boards, sorry. I know I'm going to get a message from Jenna because I said pages, and Jenna, it is a board. I know that. But on some of those boards, they might have family reunions or family tree. So take a look and see what you can find on Pinterest. Also, I know it's one of those sites. Pinterest is really popular among a lot of both male and female, young and old. They've got a lot of, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't been on Pinterest, and if you haven't been on Pinterest, I don't know where you've been. So let's see, what else can I tell you about the social media and some of the benefits of including it in there, in your research that you do. Oh, very good point. Somebody brought up, what about mailing list? You can, on the social media side of things, I don't know of one of these social media. And when I say social media, I'm talking, like I said, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, I guess Snapchat, all of those. I don't know if they offer any type of mailing list or not. I know there's some programs that you can use or some apps that you can use. I know everybody talks about MailChimp, that you can go and you can build a mailing list if you're having, and I'm guessing you're asking this because, okay, it's a family reunion letter. So yeah, because I see what you're saying. Okay, so she's asking if she uses Facebook to send out a newsletter about a family reunion. She's worried that others are going to see the newsletter, and she's worried about it not being that private because of the fear of others seeing it. So that's where you want to go ahead and you can make a mailing list, and you can create your own newsletter, and you can put it in one of those programs. Like I said, I don't know. Go ahead and look on Cindy's list and see if Cindy has anything, because she does have things on there on family reunions. So she might have something on there to help you find links to build your newsletter, so you can send it out privately to your family members for an up-and-coming reunion or family research information, that type of thing. And one thing I do want to, when you're doing it, to make it fun, is one website you might want to look at, and I didn't put the link down below, but I'm making a note right now that I will put that on there. It's called Canva, C-A-N-V-A. It's a fun, free site to use to build some really neat neat pictures and neat newsletters. You can do flyers, you can build things for like your Pinterest boards, you can put pictures on them, and it makes them really colorful and fun to do, and you have different fonts, different backgrounds. They have like photographs that you can use in the background, and then you can decrease the color on them so it's a little bit, not decrease the color, but you can make them to where they're not so bright. And you're able to see. Just go give them a look. It's fun to use. It's a fun site. It's an easy site to use to build some of those letters or boards for your Pinterest page. Pinterest, not page. God, boards for Pinterest. Sorry. You can build them for Twitter and Facebook and those kind of things. And like I said, it's free. They do have some pictures on there that they might charge $1 if you're wanting to use that photo or that font. So back to the newsletter. You can use, the reason I was going Canva was because you can use them to create some really fun, interesting newsletters. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand the fear of somebody getting a hold of the newsletter if you're putting private information in there, like the mailing address or phone number of someone, and you don't want to share that. Then yeah, go ahead and do the newsletter. That works well. And there was one other, and I was trying to see where it was that somebody had sent me a question, and it takes me a minute to sit here and go through this. Like I said, I'm going to get better at this, and I know I've gone over the time. Normally, like I told you, I like to do it within 20 minutes. Oh, family trees. Okay, online family trees. We all know that there are different websites that you can go on. You can see where people have built their family trees. And somebody was asking about building a family tree and putting it on one of those social media sites. Yeah, you can do that. Sure, why not? Go to Facebook and start putting together your family tree and keep it private. Like I said, some of those Facebook pages are private. You can go to Twitter, build a family tree on Twitter, and it just have a running pieces of information, as a storyline that can continue to go and go. You can do the same thing on Pinterest. You can select some of the stuff to be private and not share. You can decide who it is that's going to see it and who's not. So yeah, go on ahead and build a online family tree and invite individuals, those that you want to see, to come take a look at it, and keep it private. That's perfectly fine. I think that's a great idea. So, okay, to end all of ends here for today, like I said, I will put the link for Canva when I go back in to go update all of this when it goes up, so you guys will have the link to them to see them. Just a joy. Go over, pay them a visit, see what they've got on their site, on their page. I put their Facebook page and their website. Cindy's List. Cindy's List is one you guys really, if you haven't gone to visit it yet, go pay Cindy a visit. She has, I can't even say it. If you're wanting to find it and you're not sure where to go to find that website or that link to go get it, you need to just go visit Cindy's List. She's got it covered. And so I guess we can end it now with the question of the day, which I had up here, and I cannot remember what I was going to ask you guys for the question of the day. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me turn that around. Okay, so question of the day is, what is your favorite social media site to visit, and how do you use it, or do you use it in any of your research that you do? Let me know. Let all of us know. We'd kind of like to know. Maybe you guys have a place that you visit or a technique that you use when you're doing your family research on the internet, on social media, or if there's a website that you find that is very helpful for you. Let us know. So I will talk to you guys next week on Tuesday morning at Q&A. And before I forget, this Saturday, yes, is another bloopers day. So you guys get to see another episode of bloopers where I hope that I can help make you smile and laugh on your Saturday and continue to laugh as you're watching the mistakes that I made. I know I should be offended by that people are laughing at me, but I'm not. It's okay. It's always healthy to laugh at yourself. That's a good thing to do. So, until next week, I will see you guys then. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I'm trying to find my button so when I hit the stop, it goes right. Have a good rest of your weekend. And like I said, let me know what you guys do social media. Oh, and leave me some comments and share and give me some thumbs up. And hey, if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. That way I know you like what I'm doing and I can continue to do it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.